Present.
Vice President John Hillenbrand.
Here.
Mary Chrismore. Here. Jay Yoakum. Here. Richard Chatton.
Here.
Dan Reitmeyer.
Here.
Kevin Meyer.
Here.
All 7 members are present. Has the board had a chance to look at the agenda for tonight? Need a motion?
Motion to accept the agenda.
Motion to accept the agenda by Councilman Hillenbrand, second by Councilman Chrismore. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Has everybody had a chance to look at the previous minutes from the last meeting?
Move to accept.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Chatton, second by Councilman Hillenbrand. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Appointments, blank. Does anybody, appointments or anything? Anybody have anything? We'll move on. New business is for the preliminary resolution of the creation of an ERA for Iona Solar LLC. Is that Michael back there?
Yes.
Come on up. Yeah, come on up, Michael. Do you need to come up as well, Michael?
Hit the green
button.
Green button. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Hi, good evening. I'm Caroline Brinster, an attorney with Denton Bingham Greenbaum, here on behalf of Iona Solar LLC. Tonight, you guys will be discussing the preliminary resolution. If you have any questions, please let me know. And thanks for having us here. Michael, do you have any comments that you want to share? Okay, thank you. Do you have any questions before I take my seat?
No.
All right, thank you very much.
No, thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and read the resolution and move on from there. Whereas the County Council of Knox County, Indiana desires to approve a 10-year real property tax deduction schedule and a 10-year personal property tax deduction schedule for proposed commercial solar energy generation and battery storage and the installation of new manufacturing equipment. Whereas Iona Solar has advised the council that it intends to construct the project on property located in Johnson and Harrison Townships in Knox County. Such property being generally depicted in the map attached to Exhibit A incorporated herein by this reference area. Whereas owner has further requested that the area be designated an economic revitalization area for purpose of permitting such deductions. Whereas the area is located within the jurisdiction of the council for the purpose of Indiana Code 6.1-12-1.2 and Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1-25. Whereas the owner has advised the council that the project will involve significant investment in real estate and redevelopment and rehabilitation and the installation of new manufacturing equipment, including utility, distributable property to the extent of applicable locally accessed personal property on the area. Whereas the owner has submitted to the council one Form SB1/UD Statement of Benefits, Utility Distribution Property, one Form SB1RP Statement of Benefits, Real Estate Improvement, and one SB1PP Statement of Benefits, Personal Property in connection with the project, and provided information and the documentation necessary for the council to make an informed decision collectively as statement of benefits. Whereas the council is authorized under provision code 6-1.1-12.1-1 to designate areas of the county as an economic or revitalization area for the purposes described herein. Whereas the council has considered the statements of benefits submitted by owner and has conducted a complete and proper investigation into the area and determined that the area qualifies as an economical revitalization area under Indiana statute. Whereas the council has considered the following factors under Indiana Code 6-1-12.1-17 in connection with the project. Number one, the total amount of owner's investment in real property and personal property in connection with the project. Two, the number of new full-time equivalent jobs to be created under the project. Three, average wage of new employees compared to state minimum wage. And the infrastructure requirements for owner's investment under the project. Now, therefore, it is found, determined, and resolved by the council that, number one, that the estimate of the value of the redevelopment and rehabilitation of the area is reasonable for projects of that nature, and the estimate of the cost of the new manufacturing equipment to be installed in the connection with the project is reasonable projects of that type. That the estimate of number of individuals who will be employed or whose employment will be created as a result of the proposed redevelopment, rehabilitation of the area, and the installation of new manufacturing equipment can reasonably be expected to result from the proposed redevelopment or rehabilitation of the area and the proposed installation of new manufacturing equipment. Number three, the entire, that the estimate of annual salaries of those individuals will be employed arising from the project can reasonably be expected to result from the proposed redevelopment or rehabilitation of the area, the proposed installation of new manufacturing equipment. Number four, the number of individual opportunities for employment and the compensation to be paid to employees along with the value of the equipment and construction of improvements as a result of the project create create benefits of type, quality anticipated by the council within the economical revitalization area and can reasonably be expected to result from the proposed project and the redevelopment, rehabilitation of the area. Number five, that the benefits described in the statement of benefits can reasonably be expected to result, from the proposed redevelopment and rehabilitation of the area, the proposed installation of the new manufacturing equipment. Number six, that the totality of the benefits for the proposed redevelopment or rehabilitation of the area and the proposed installation of new manufacturing equipment is sufficient to justify a real property tax deduction schedule and personal property tax deduction schedule. Number seven, that the deduction schedule factors in connection with the project justify granting deduction schedules for both real property and personal property under Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1-17, that the area is within the county and it has become undesirable for or impossible of normal development and occupancy because of lack of development, cessation of growth, deterioration of improvements, or character of occupancy, age, obsolescence, standard buildings or equipment, our factors have impaired values and prevented normal development of property, and the property therefore constitutes an economic revitalization area. Now, therefore, based on the foregoing, the council further resolves, finds, and determines, number one, that the conditions of the designation of the economic revitalization area has been met, that the foregoing findings are true, and all information required to be submitted has been submitted in proper form. Number two, that the area is hereby designated as an economic revitalization area pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1-1. That all the requirements of the tax deductions to be granted hereby have been met, and foregoing findings are true, and all information required to be submitted has been submitted in proper form. The owner is entitled to real property tax deductions for the purpose of redevelopment or rehabilitation as part of the project for a period of 10 years, as allowed in Indiana Code, again, same code, and personal property tax deductions for the personal installation of manufacturing equipment as part of the project, including utility, distribute properly and extent applicable license personal property for a period of 10 years as allowed by Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1-4.5 as an effective date thereof. Based on the statements and benefits, foregoing findings, and the deduction and schedule factors, the council hereby establishes pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1-17 as an effective on the date thereof, that such real property deductions and personal property deductions shall be provided in accordance with the following schedules. Years of deduction: the first 10 years, 75%. That notwithstanding, anything contained herein in the contrary, the granting of the tax deduction described is herein is conditioned on the subject to the terms set forth in the Economic Development Agreement to be entered by the owner and the county, acting through the Board of Commissioners of Knox County, Indiana, and the Council Economic Development Agreement. Number 6, the pursuant to Indiana-6-1.1-12.1-2.5 and Indiana Code following through with 11.3. Notice of adoption shall be for the following: I, the adoption and substance thereof, a copy of the description of the affected area is available for inspection in the county assessor's office, and setting a subsequent date at which the council will hear and receive remonstrances and objections, and to take a final action hearing all is required by law. At least 10 days prior to the hearing, pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1-2.5, the county auditor shall file copies of the notice and statement of benefits, and the officers of each taxing unit and the authority to tax budgets, tax rates, and tax levies under Indiana Code 6-1.1-17-5. Upon notice of the council and the assignment to its rights and obligations under Economic Development Agreement pursuant to the terms and thereof, owner may assign its rights and obligations under this preliminary declaratory resolution to be an assignee, including the right to claim real property deductions and property deductions of any other rights and obligations under Indiana Code 6-1-1-12.1. And that's all. So, to the best of knowledge, does everybody understand where we come from on this?
Yep.
So, Rich, you've led
Yeah.
us through this. You have any
Yeah,
comments?
so, I mean, I guess, size of project, dollar-wise, roughly? 800 million, yeah. And that's with field and battery storage and all of that, and that's what these numbers are based on. So this is gonna be, and the way that they are not asking for, the company itself is getting no abatement. They are asking for no abatement. This money, we've asked for it this way, this money will come back in. There's still gonna be tax relief in Harrison Township that, with increased assessed value. This money, part of this money then will come back in to the county for any other future projects that we would like to use, and this is gonna be tens of millions of dollars over the life of this field. So, I mean, this will save things, for either bigger capital projects that we can use this money for. The interest off this money alone is gonna be exponential. To have and like I say, and there's still tax relief and there's still things all involved with this. So, this couldn't be I think this is a huge win, no matter what, financially anyway. This is a huge win, things that should save a lot of different things later on, at some point, so.
And the good thing is, Councilman Chatton was just speaking of, our school system, South Knox, will receive a nice windfall.
And they've got an EDA set up with them as well too.
Fire Department.
Right,
The fire departments,
Harrison Township Fire Department.
the way this is set up, if you look on there, it's, I mean, even, parks, all of the things that's drawing a tax levy now will receive quite a large chunk for, $800 project that's going in. So that is that's exponential. I mean, that's unbelievable, the amount of investment. So capturing it this way does lots of different things, and for the record, they are not getting, you know, they're passing that back through to the county and then taxpayers and stuff as well too with that. So
Right.
this will be quite a windfall and this all starts, what's construction possible rough start?
That's hard to say.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. So, but then it was
2028.
28 or 9, to 28 or 9, I think, so, I mean, obviously rough, rough numbers on that, but anyhow, the way this is structured, it does all of the things to be able to, first and foremost, provide property tax relief, and second, be able to hopefully sustain the county for a long, long time on major funds. So with just this one field.
And
So-
again, you know, it's going to support education, safety. The local fire departments and sheriff's office has combined to have training sessions to dispel some of the myths about this situation. They're working together with everybody to make sure that it is a functional and a safe facility. And then we look back on the revenue. Like I say, it's not really a tax break. So,
It's, like I said, at the end of the day, I think this is going to be something that's gonna work out well, even though it is change and people don't like change, and there's been a lot of angina over it, but, at the end of the day, I think this should, with the amount of revenue coming in, with the way that they've worked with us, and they're working on a planning session, or not a planning session, but just more of an informational session as well too, that we've all sat through, between that and the battery storage component of it. I learned a lot. We had a lunch and learn, and I had a lot more learning and less lunch than I'd ever had at anything like that before. So it was extremely good, and they're gonna get that out to the public here sometime very, very soon as well too. So I was blown away with the amount of good information that was in there. So, yep. And I think basically all of us now have sat through that. So it was extremely good.
thank you, Councilman Chatton, for your hard work. Councilman Reitmeyer, myself, been on the committee, at the beginning of this project, and things are growing and, looking positive.
So I guess just for the public and where things go from here, this is the economic development portion agreement, EDA, as you'll hear it called, it's the economic development agreement of it that we're working on here. There'll be more hearings, there'll be more opportunity for public input on this. They'll be in front of the Area Plan Commission before too long as well too. So I mean, just this one vote is just one of many steps that yet has to go on with this. So
We're a ways from shovels in the dirt.
oh yeah.
So, but we're heading that direction.
Yeah, so that's just one, this is one step, and like I say, there's several steps yet to go. Counselor, you got any comments or any corrections of my comments or anything either? So,
Or my bungle trying to speak.
yeah, so, yeah, okay. Yep. Okay,
Okay, very good.
yeah. I would move that we accept this and move on with this resolution for the Iona field.
Motion made by Councilman Chatton,
Second.
seconded by Councilman Hillenbrand. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
I'm going to abstain.
For the record, Councilman Meyer has abstained. The vote will be 6-0. With,
601.
6-0 with the, that's what I was getting at,
Okay.
with the abstention of Councilman Meyer. So, we're good to go on that one. Thank you, guys. Next would be Wagler Custom Homes. He's got the top speed, but
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's moving pretty good.
it'd be electric, it doesn't
Need a
stand
horn,
it.
don't I?
Yeah,
You can get that on my card.
Thanks for having us on the agenda tonight. Larry couldn't be here tonight. He's catching up from a pretty major incident. We had a death in the business, pretty important person in the business, so 38 years old and just gone. Yeah, a little tough, so he's catching up on some things, but we have a statement of benefits for real estate improvements we'd like to present for a storage facility. It's gonna be a $700,000 investment to construct the facility, and then probably 12 months later or so, gonna come back and put another 600,000 in improvements into the property. It's a storage facility is what it is to support the operations for L3RK in Sanborn. So it's, needs someplace to put all the lumber. So we're looking at a property that is directionally challenged sometimes. I believe it's west of Blue Jay Junction, and there's 80 acres there, 2 tracks. Not quite 80 acres, but 2 tracks. So this can be situated on one of those tracks that Larry purchased from Kathy Saville and Susan Wood, sisters in Sanborn. That's the plan. Gonna add 4 employees is the estimate. Like I said, it's storage facility, so they'll be there to offload trucks as they come in and then load things up for the use at the panel shop, which is just down the road. So, asking for a 10-year abatement on the real property, and did not include the equipment at this time because we're not sure exactly what the equipment is gonna be yet. Then also would probably come back if this is approved and this comes to pass, would probably come back next year for an abatement on the $600,000 investment as well. With that said, I'll answer any questions you have.
so if you guys, is this your first step, or have you guys been to the area plan and all that stuff already yet?
I'm not really sure where to go from here because I
Okay.
don't believe that that's in the city limits of Sanborn. I don't think. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I'm
It would probably be in the county at where that's
Yeah.
at, so, yeah. So it'd probably be just straight area
I mean,
plan.
on one of the tracks, there is improvements, residential improvements. There's a house on one of the tracks, and then the
Yeah.
other tract is farmland.
It's right there on the left as you're going into Sanborn, and there's a yellow 2-story house that's farmed right around it, is where it's at, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a next step I need to take, I'd sure like to know what it is.
Well, yeah. We can get you in touch with Andrew, and then they can. or
Okay.
they can
Okay.
Take care of that, then, would be my opinion.
Yeah, our attorney's on special leave for this week with, we'll handle what we can
Yeah.
without his advice, so, should we take,
Yeah.
you guys agree with tabling this, or wanna go ahead and
No, I think we just
Go
go
through with
ahead,
it?
yeah, we can just go ahead and, and then
make a motion?
make,
Jeff?
I would make a motion that we go ahead and approve the abatement, and then Andrew may need to, yeah.
Okay. Motion to approve 10-year abatement, Councilman Chatton, seconded by
That's a
Councilman,
declining normal, 190, 80,
Right.
Right.
declining, like just a normal,
Yes.
normal abatements when,
Yeah.
that's what we're looking at.
yep,
So,
Councilman Yocum,
So-
second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0.
And we'll get that to Andrew, and he'll let us know if we did it right.
Thank you very
So,
much.
Don't crash on that thing either. Okay, do we want to throw in this distributor real quick before we get into all the other county highway stuff? That's what it says.
Yeah, it does.
That's what we're talking about.
Yep. Harrison County bought our old distributor, so
I thought you sold that a while back.
I did, it's been about a month ago.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Him?
It was probably me, Todd, yeah. But also, we've got to pay for, the microsurface we did at Green Farms. They couldn't get to us last year, so we give you guys the money, and they finished everything up this week. It was Green Farms, Royal Oak Church Road, and we ended up doing Palomino, Drive, so, but they are done. They haven't sent a bill yet, but I know it's gonna be there for long, so. And also, I wanted to, our shop, we have, since I've been there, our dump trucks are very old. We've got 2010s, our newest ones are 2019s. We have, some of the 2010s have 300,000 miles on them. They're money pits. So I would like to move $70,000 over just so we can operate the shop for the rest of the year. And it's just aging equipment, and we've got low balance. We've got the money, but I just want to move it over. But also, I've been doing my homework as far as dump trucks and pickup trucks. I didn't realize this when I started, but we have trucks that's it's 2,000. I mean, they've got 300,000 pickup trucks, 300,000 miles. We're throwing money at them right and left. It's time. Well, I don't want to do it. We can do it next year, which would be fine as far as the budget. But the 3 dump trucks are not cheap anymore. I mean, we went to, Jeff Veek was the salesman at Vincennes.
Yeah.
He's not working right now. So we went to Terre Haute. Donnie Contrell is the guy that is running both stores in Vincennes and Terre Haute. He gave us a quote of, let me get my glasses on. $302,056.19 for each.
Is that just the box or is that the bed?
That's everything. I went and got the beds, the lights, the plows. When we get it, it will be ready to plow snow. But the reason why I'm here tonight is it takes about 8 months to build these. So, he's wanting me to yes or nay on these as pretty quick as possible. Just because the facts, he said maybe 6 months at the earliest. Mostly he said it could be up to 8 months. Just because.
What flavor trucks?
A Volvo, because they're cheaper than Max, and everything, we can work on everything at Vomac here in Vincennes. What we've had trouble with is they bought Allison transmissions. Vomac won't cover them, but they will cover these. That was one of the things the guys told me that we was having, the next place we would have to go was Henderson, Kentucky, or Jasper. I even looked at Terre Haute, there's nothing there that would cover them. So I'm just looking at over the years, I mean, the warranty on it's a 7-year warranty for these trucks. That's an extra, he figured the price in that too for that because I like that.
Yeah.
And, but the bed and the lights and the hydraulic system and everything was $132,000. So, you're buying the truck and then you gotta buy the bed, you gotta buy the accessories. So, and also, while I'm here, I thought, why not? Our pickup trucks are also, we got some that's got 300 and some thousand. These here I priced at memory here in Vincennes. They're Chevrolets because we have bought some Dodges, and our Dodges, all 3 of the new trucks we got, we've replaced motors on them. So it's all warranty, but why? yeah, I just thought, no, I'm not gonna do that. So, and my truck's got 170,000 miles on it. So, Benji bought that in 16, and I can buy one. I'm buying a half ton for me, but the newest truck out there, the cheapest one was $45,000. So, that's an additional $236,000. So, but that would set us up. These trucks that I'm buying for my guys are 3/4 tons with plows. So they will be ready. I will probably order them later, so we can have them by January where we can pay for them. So that's what, when we put together a budget, I just wanted to let you guys know that, hey, I'm gonna ask for a little more money this year. I did my homework. I've talked to Benji. He said he did it the last time when he was here, and that was in 2019. Most of them trucks, we use them every day. Even the ones with the 2009s. But guys, we're just throwing money at them, and I can trade these in too, so it won't be as much, but they're not gonna give us a whole lot probably for a trade-in. But I'm going to keep one just for an extra truck.
How many 10-wheelers you talking, how many pickup trucks you talking?
I'm talking 3, one for each district, and then a pickup truck for me. And
So 4 pickups.
so, yeah, be 4 pickups, 3 dump trucks. So, and I told the guy, the salesman today, I'm coming tonight. I would find out. I mean, if you guys want to table it, talk about it, that's one thing. But I'd like to get them. I tell you, last winter just ate us up, man, when we had 14 inches of snow. You know, we had a few repairs. We had a few guys in a ditch. I don't know what else to do, you know, so, yeah. I started when we had a really nasty winter. So
What's the
I just
total-
want,
What's the total on all that? The pickups and the dumps?
everything, it'd be about 1.1 million. Yeah, so, and, you know, I'm not saying that I want the money now. I would just like to, you know, that would be, when we do the budget hearings and everything. I just didn't want to surprise somebody, say, what's he doing? He wants one, yeah. So, and there's a few things that the guys want, but there's also a few things that we need, you know.
Understand.
So you talking 4 doors, pickup trucks?
Yeah, 4-door, 3/4 tons. Yes, with the plows and everything on the pickups.
So what about the old plows? I mean, what about, gonna trade them in too?
Yes, yes. I've already talked to Justin out there. Seems like he's really they have a government discount deal. And I went out there, before they said they wouldn't do that. But I went out there and he says, yeah, we can do that. So I went out and talked to him. Now, I went to Ruxler's at Jasper also for Fords. But they sent me it was $60,000 for a truck, but no plow. So you're looking at another $10,000 to $11,000 with a plow. And the way we use plows on pickups, I feel we have to have them. So, I mean, I'm not bothered you're asking for anything yet, so you know, but you know it's coming. But no, it's I guess it's just time. So, but and we can get by with what we got this year. We're doing chip and sealing. We're doing 80 miles this year. And our CCMG is supposed to start anytime. We've already did some local paving. So, I mean, we're getting there as far as the roads, but to maintain what we've got, and we've not even started mowing tractors yet. So, I mean, we've started mowing, but I mean, we've got some that's old John Deere's that was here before a lot of my guys even started. So, and that'll be, but I think we can get by this year. So, I just wanted to tell you my spiel, and you guys let me know.
Yeah, and I wanna make one comment on Chad and his highway guys. Last week was the County Highway and Engineer Association Convention. It was up at the Renaissance, where you guys are going this weekend. But, last year and this year, both you and Vicky and your road bosses went, and they do participate. You know, I mean, cause I have to go up there for my job, so I keep an eye on them, and they do go to the classes, they do participate, they,
Yeah, I don't play golf, but I play golf. You know, I even lost some golf.
yeah.
Terrible,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but I can tell you from experience, there's a lot of counties that don't send their guys, and, you know, I'm a part of a lot of these conventions and stuff, and it's important that they go. When they do go and they do participate, and they do pay attention, and they do a lot of learning and networking, and, you know, kudos to that, because that's very important to me.
Benji, I golfed with him at Linton, and he was my basketball coach in junior high, so, you know, he was coaching me again a lot. So, yeah,
So Chad, so the 258,000, that's for the,
That's for the pickups.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So it'll be 3, and then, Richie, I looked on the internet, and the cheapest.
No, this
they
says
had-
bituminous District 1's what you've got on here.
Yeah, that is for the
That's,
microservice.
okay, all right, that's,
Yes.
yeah, okay. And then,
258,511 is for the
that's for the
pickup.
microservice,
For the micro, yeah, and they finished up.
okay.
Okay.
And that's, but that's all, that was left over from the 25 budget, and
They
that's,
couldn't get to us.
that's fine,
last year.
yeah. Well, that's how we get a good price on stuff like that,
Yeah.
is being flexible with them. So that's left over, and then,
And they didn't, I sent them a letter that they can't excel the price, that was their problem.
yeah.
They couldn't get to us, hey, I'm not paying any extra, so.
And then the 70,000, that is,
That is for one mechanic shop,
okay.
Maintenance.
And that's just moving, and that's just transferring then?
yes.
Okay.
Basically what you're saying, it's maintenance, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We had a couple incidents where we've had, and that's what kind of killed our budget there, so. And these old trucks, we're having to take them out to Womack to get, they don't have a computer scanner there that we need to probably invest in one, just to see, but guys, you've seen our shop, you know, we're not, so. I hate to outsource a lot, but we about have to right now, so.
And I think the beds came off the prior trucks the last time, didn't they?
No, I don't know, Kevin, I don't know that,
Okay.
so.
So what are you asking for tonight, Jeff?
So item 2 is, that's a reimbursement,
Right, coming back in.
yeah.
Inspection.
I would like to have, and next year when we do the budget, I would think about 1.1.
Okay, how about tonight, though? What do you,
Well, tonight, I just want the bituminous money, the 258,
right,
and, 70,000
for the maintenance?
For the
for
maintenance,
maintenance, yes.
Okay,
And then, so I would make the motion, item 2, which is a bridge inspection, that's $80,000 coming back in. To include that in item 3 as well, the 258,511 for the bituminous. Item 4, which is 70,000 to be moved, that's a transfer for that, 70,000 for, into the road maintenance fund. And then, we got community crossings money of $1 million in item 5,
That's it.
make it as a motion, Rich,
yes,
all at once?
that's fine.
Let's do it that
Yeah.
way.
All those, all 5 of those, all 4 of those would be in motion to bring in and go out.
Okay. Councilman Chatton has made a motion to fund 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Knox County Highway. Need a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hillenbrand. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0.
The trucks, if you want to table them, Mike, for next meeting, talk about that.
We will.
Okay, and because the salesman's wanting to know when he can start.
Get-
And I said, let me get the guys
Just get some documentation, Chad, if you would.
I've done it already.
That's just email it or something. It's no big
Okay, I
deal.
will.
But we need to table it and discuss it
Yeah,
later
it's more
on.
budget time, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Be closer to September,
okay, it'll be fine.
but we'll definitely discuss it.
Okay, good. I'm gonna get out of your hair.
Good.
Yeah, see ya. I spoke to the sheriff a while ago. He's no longer making this request. He's found some money in his budget that he's going to use, so we can disregard on that. Surveyor,
They came in and they wanted me removed.
they're removed.
They were looking for some money, but they didn't need it, they got it fixed.
Okay. So they're done. Very good. Judge, sorry to keep you running.
I'm asking for an additional $10,000 for my guardian ad litem, line. In termination cases, I'm required to appoint either a CASA or a GAL. There's certain circumstances where there's either not a CASA available or, based on how contentious the case may or may not be, I feel like maybe a GAL is more appropriate. Furthermore, I used to just be able to appoint a local attorney to do it, but now there's requirements with guardian ad litems that you have to be certified, and a lot of attorneys haven't gone to the effort of becoming certified, and so there's fewer of them to find, and so I'm actually already over budget in that regard, basically just with one case that actually Judge Gilmore was special judge on, and then I had a second case, so I'm at about 6,600 that I've spent. That I've made claims for. I only had 5,000 in the line item, so I'm asking for an additional 10,000 since we're not quite halfway through the year. It's hard to tell when I'm asking for money how many termination cases are gonna be filed and how many are gonna actually end up going through to final hearing, and so that's where I am.
Okay. Any questions? Need a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Hillenbrand,
I'll second.
second by Councilman Meyer.
Thank
All
you
in
very
favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're good to
Appreciate it.
go. Thank you, Judge. John?
Did you spray?
How about it?
I don't know what you're wanting me to do.
Don't you have a request in for sandbagger?
From last month?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay,
In the packet, it's the same information,
right.
okay?
Yeah, we got all that. That's not an issue.
So what are you exactly wanting me to do? Just request
Well,
it again?
Pretty much,
I'm
because I
requesting
think
it
that's,
again?
We gotta table the
we kind of, we did table it, John. So
Okay.
we just go back through it again.
Yep, so, I guess if you haven't noticed this evening, Lanesville, Cordon area got a whole bunch of rain. It's really flooding. Something like that is not gonna, this sandbag unit will not be used. I mean, they're in recovery mode, response mode right now. But as you know, since we have rivers on 3 sides of our county, we flood quite extensively, quite often. I can recall probably 10 to 12 times we've had to use a sandbagging unit from the state. They have 8 to 10 since they're closing the Vincennes Armory and the Davies County, Washington Armory. They're only gonna have the Jasper and Evansville Armory open. They're moving all the sandbagging units except for one that's gonna be kept in Evansville. They're moving them all towards Indy. And they're old. They are really old. Every time it seemed like we got them, we were actually fixing them before we got them up and running. So I'm just requesting us to have our own for our own county so we can use it as needed. We currently have about 65,000 unfilled sandbags sitting out at County Highway. Obviously, we can't fill them ahead of time because when the sand's wet, they just start degrading and biodegrading. So we can have that ready to use.
Is there a corner of the world somewhere, if we get this thing, that it can set inside somewhere out, either county highway or,
Haven't got that far yet.
yeah?
We have a little building,
I
sitting
mean, I
out
don't
of
know how big
Vincent's
it's
Township.
It's on a bumper hitch trailer of some kind, isn't it?
It
Larry?
is.
I saw the picture of it anyway.
Yes,
so,
it's,
yeah.
I asked to put it on a trailer so we can move it from point A to point B and move it around as needed. Even conveyor belts off to the sides on the right and left, so as we get the people making these sandbags, they just push them off and they put them on a pallet and palletize them so we can ship them off and transport them wherever we needed to transport them at. Yes, I would like for it to be inside somewhere, I don't want it to be sitting outside. But I can get it first, so then I'll worry about the inside part later.
Understand? Anybody have any further questions?
Well, I got something to add. I think I was the one that slowed it up last month, but, you know, I did call around. Matter of fact, last week was the highway superintendent and engineers convention, and I talked to several of my buddies up there, and we did some investigating stuff. And what I wanted to do is try to get it bought in the state of Indiana. And, nobody's got a contract. So I eliminated all that, and, you know, I did double check your figures and everything. We're all spot on, so, you know, I just have I like to buy in Indiana if I can, so I double checked and I can't. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I've done my due diligence and I'm okay with it.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's the only, there's a couple different other options out there. One of them is, it's hydraulic to put on a skid steer, and you'd have to buy a new skid steer, obviously.
what we talked
And
about.
that's just more money.
We talked
So
about
this
that
is
up
the
there.
best bet, this is the, I'm not saying it's the cheapest, but this is the best bang for the buck. That,
And if you can't put it in the shed, it's pretty cheap to buy a tarp.
that's what I was gonna do at first, but I think I can put it in Vincent's Township out that pole barn that we've got sitting out there. I think I can put it in
That
somewhere.
would be better.
Yeah.
The one there behind the fire station?
Station 7,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
To me, this is more of a budget item. This isn't replacing something in an emergency situation. I don't know why you don't bring this to the budget hearings to be discussed at that time.
Okay.
I think this was coming out of public safety lit, wasn't it?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we discussed that with Andrew here last meeting. Okay. Need a motion.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Reitmeyer,
Second.
second by Councilperson Chris Moore. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-1.
Thank you.
Now, John, your truck, we voted on the truck. Did we vote on it?
Yeah, that was
Or
last.
was that a gentleman's agreement?
We just had to do an additional vet advertising, so yeah, I mean, you guys okayed it last time.
So we're good to go, because it's on our list, so.
Yeah, I think it was, Dan Cambridge, was that
Yeah.
moved, made the motion last time.
Okay, so we're good to go on that one. We don't need,
That, or if you wanna do it again.
no, we're good to go.
And I would like to add, when that thing comes in, so when do you plan on trying to order this thing?
I'll email them tomorrow, make sure all the numbers and everything's all correct 3 months ago.
I'd like to be notified, really, I'd like the rest of the council members to be notified as well as when it comes in.
I'll bring it to the meeting.
Perfect. I think we need to,
You can fill the first sandbag. Bill.
Yeah,
There's a big pile of sand.
sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, prosecutor's next on the list, however, he's not here. Andrew did advise that these funds were allowable to be paid out of his funds that's available to him. We could table it, or we could
This
move
is-
on. What do you wanna do?
I move we pay the claim.
It's his money, so. Okay,
And they're in negative balance on, I move we pay it.
okay, motion's been made by
That'd
Councilman.
be 8 and 9.
Yes. Motion is made by Councilman Chatton to take care of number 8 and number 9 for the prosecutor's office. Need a second.
Second.
Second by Councilman Reitmeyer. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0.
Mr. President, I don't think we ever passed the resolution for the actual selling of the distributor. We talked about it.
No,
but-
we haven't. I'm looking for that now.
Yeah. I didn't see the resolution.
Yep,
Here it is. It's towards the very back.
Termination of agreement, Rich?
It's in the very back. It's, yeah.
This one is signed off already by the commissioners.
Yeah, this one here. Okay. Commissioners,
Distributor vehicle, right here.
Huh?
Yeah, it's just,
2026-4.
yeah.
It says commissioner on the top, but commissioners and council have to sign.
Yeah, 'cause commissioners already signed it, correct? Okay. You got it in there, too?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
Yeah, the commissioner have already signed it.
okay.
And this was just selling excess equipment, is all it was, to another county for chip and seal box, I think is what it was, so,
We already passed that, didn't we?
No, this one is Agua renewed.
no.
No,
He just talked about it,
Exchange of a surplus distributor vehicle.
No.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Huh? Drew's waiting? Good, okay.
yeah, this is 2026-4 there in the back, so
Right.
is all it is. 42,000, so
Yes.
And they have already reimbursed.
they've already reimbursed us, okay. I'd move we go ahead and approve this resolution.
And I'll second.
Councilman Chapman has made a motion. Councilman Meyer has seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Should get it. Council,
Under new business about the sheriff, I didn't hear what,
he pulled it. Yes, he's gonna purchase out of funds, not the commissary. Yep. Yep. Council reports, Kevin, anything?
Do we have anything about the surveyor?
She said they pulled it.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I have nothing.
John?
No report.
Mary?
Land Use Committee, we've met once already. I had other stuff that night, so I was able to just hop in on Zoom, and that was just kind of, getting together with attorney, getting committee together, and then we are meeting tomorrow evening, so on, just looking at different things. The thought was to concentrate on solar first, finish it up, and before it went into wind and nuclear and data and all those things, so that's the report from it, so there's a lot of information, those kind of things that's gonna be coming up soon, but there's a lot of stuff in there and should be well done when we get done.
Councilman Yocum, anything?
Nothing.
How's the Pantheon coming along?
All right.
Because you're on that board, aren't you, now?
What's that?
You're on the Pantheon board, correct?
Yes. Claire Suvers, she gets there early. I mean, like 7, which I was surprised, because I got there early this morning for an RDC meeting, but
Okay.
yeah, it's coming. They haven't advertised for the executive director yet, but it's coming along.
Good.
I think
They
Claire.
made a good hire. in
What's
Claire.
that? Claire's like way overqualified, but,
She's very good.
and she's a relative.
Well,
Her mom and I heard that's Ally Shelton's daughter.
next meeting will be July 14th, 5 PM here at Vincennes City Hall. If anybody has anything else, if not, we're adjourned.
Nice pen.